Hi everybody. Hey. He's all hyper and excited tonight. Anyways, I'm just going to be on here for a little while tonight. Give me one moment to just settle in. I'm just going to wait and see if anybody shows up. Tonight, I wanted to come on here as planned. I am a little bit burnt out. It's been a hectic and pretty heavy week. It has been. And there's been just so much on my plate. As I would have loved to come on live sooner, I guess tonight would be just the perfect night, just for a little while. But I can't stay on for too long. If anybody happens to come on in the timing that I'm here and needs a reading, please comment, or I can do a private reading for you. If you catch this video a little later and you'd still like to receive a psychic reading or a mediumship reading, the difference between the two is psychic readings can be any life-based question, and mediumship readings is where I also do channeling and mediumship connecting to a loved one or the highest good, which can be your angels and guardians and the highest of these sources. I'm not using any cards tonight, and I just wanted to go over a chat on grief. I did make a video, which I haven't posted yet, and I might remake the video, but maybe not, because it was truly in my raw form emotionally and how I felt at that current time, which was a couple of days ago. So when we deal with grief, I've been going through grief myself this past week because I learned that grief never goes away. It doesn't. If you hear noise in the background, you know it's my two cats playing. Grief doesn't ever go away. We learn to live with that grief. I'm just going to lift this, and I hope you guys can hear me well. And grief is our truest and darkest teacher. It will never be easy. Maybe easier to live with, but it will never be easy in form of forgetting, because we will never forget. And grief is not about forgetting. Grief doesn't always mean it is of losing a loved one, a loved being, or another loved creature soul, which can be a pet that has crossed the rainbow bridge. I have several pets who have crossed the rainbow bridge, and I get times where I think of them every single day, and some other pets that I used to have from time to time, I connect with them as well. Also family members, anybody I may have come across in life at one point, I think about them. And just thinking about them is connecting with the person or the pet that you were close to. Now, like I mentioned earlier, grief can also be points where you maybe lose one of your most prized possessions, or you lose at a competition. You can grieve over that. Grief can be over losing jobs, losing any type of financial gain. That can also be grief. This past week, as I mentioned, I've been going through grief because I'm thinking more closely about the people I love in life who are no longer in the physical world. But I came to my reflection to know that yes, as much as I can connect, grief is still hard. No matter how many years it's been, how many months, days, weeks, it does not matter. Even if you haven't known the person for your whole life. Maybe you've only known this person for 2 years or 5 years as a baby or a child. Your consciousness is still aware and knows the effect of that person's frequency that they have put on your life and the connection you've both made together. I have my little kitten under here. Can you hear cat purring? It's been quite the rainy day. It's been nice to have this day to stop, think, and reflect, which is my star word. And a lovely night to just recoup, rest, regain that energy back, and feel good. Hello, the inner knowing. Welcome here to Luna Rose, a short, quick live video. I am only accepting one mediumship reading tonight or one psychic question tonight. It could be anything that you may need for clarification or just if you'd like a message for yourself. But anyways, if not, welcome in. It's lovely to have you here to the inner knowing. Recently, I've been going through some grief with a pet of mine who I'm going to say passed away. I now have 2 more pets in my life. I was only expecting to receive 1, but the universe has decided to gift me with the mother of the kitten. And at first I didn't think I'd be ready to accept her, but it's not about being ready. The universe knows what is needed for you and what is also needed for them. So just to have that base connection has awakened me to realize the truth within itself and the core meaning of the divine feminine. The core meaning of the divine feminine. To be able to take care of her baby kitten and to receive her as a gift from the universe that I was not expecting to have in my life. At first, I had thoughts of if I should keep her or not, and I decided to keep her because not only is she a gift within itself, but to that reflection of love and healing that she does bring to me, even at the times when I haven't realized it myself. But it feels nice to have this connection between the mother and the baby. They both provide so much love, unconditional love. And the inner knowing, how are you doing? It's hard sometimes for anybody, even for animals, for that instance, to accept love after going through a loss of anything. To be able to take care of something that you're not used to. But as the time goes on, that is love within itself, nurturing and growing with this being of light. Animal or human, it doesn't matter. Even plants. Plants receive life and are life within itself. Anything that you can try to take care of while going through an intense surge, emotional, grieving moment, finding just one thing that you can take care of, even if you don't really feel up to it or don't think it's going to be beneficial for you. Find one thing you can obtain in your surroundings, whether that is a pet or something, a private journal, a new plant, something you can try to grow in order to overcome those harder parts of grief. And it's not going to be easy. It is not always going to be easy. Sometimes it takes a lot of time to feel and realize and accept that you can love again and you can take care of something and do better, or what is meant for you to be taught in that process, in knowing to change something you felt you could have done. Sometimes, a lot of times, not just sometimes, many, many, many times, when we go through grief, we put a lot of guilt on ourselves. So having something to take care of or to grow in that same pattern will allow you to make those changes and rid the guilt off your shoulders to realize it isn't you. Sometimes things are just meant to be the way they are. And within that sentence of sometimes, it's all times. Everything is meant to be what it is, when it is, even when it doesn't feel that way. A lot of us always feel that we wish there's things that we could have changed in order to save this person, to save this pet, to prevent any dangers, to keep this being safer. But in the end of that, you already did all you could. It's always good to be sad, to feel happy again. This is more of an emotional, raw, and sad feeling video, live video tonight. But within that is the truth, and that is why I tell my people, my brothers and sisters, that grief is our darkest and truest teacher. The truth is the darkness, and that darkness is where you find that light. It takes a lot of depth to get in there, to really show yourself in that darkness, to feel, to reflect, to stop yourself and consciously open yourself into knowing your truth, because everybody knows their own truth. You cannot allow that shadow to mask the light. If anything could mask that shadow, it would be you. I find that the darkness is already part of that light. When we think of light, we always see light as in something very bright and shiny, the light at the end of the tunnel. But sometimes the darkness is already the light that we cannot see, and because we don't want to see it, because it's so hidden, dug deep down underground, so black, unrefined, that we cannot dig deep into that. We don't want to, because the darkness is the light. I have to go for now. I'm sorry to cut this so short. I've just been telling everybody that I'm going to be coming on live video for such a while now, and I haven't had that chance or that moment. It feels nice to be able to come on here and talk to everybody again and to just say hello, and also hope everybody is well. Not every time I come here that someone may need a reading or whatnot. I know that if I'm here a little longer, there probably is someone that would need a reading, but tonight's just more of a restful, peaceful night and a time where we can reflect more and feel. I feel like this is what tonight's really about. And the messages are already within. Grief is our darkest teacher. And your loved ones are always a phone call away. I'll talk more about that on the next video, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night or morning or afternoon in wherever space you may be within this planet. And I will see you all soon. Bye for now.